Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Bennett throwing right out of the gate here. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Down the left sideline. He may go. Chris Godwin, touchdown. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They go play action here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. And the Washington first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object. And the immovable force. They're going head-to-head. Number 1 versus number 1. Talking about the running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Something's got to give. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. In motion left goes Cooks. They'll look to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Bennett to the air on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road. So now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles at 4-3, a game over 500. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Let's get that touch.
Give to Pierce now on the option. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll look to throw with Bennett. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Jones will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
There's definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
Make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down could be later. He lost 2 there. It's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he can't.
So there's nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions, and guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, here's Bennett. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing here on 3rd, Bennett. That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Bennett looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. And this is caught. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 17 yards out. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop it behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, Hopkins. Right side, complete to Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's the backup Cousins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Really get a drive here in the final minutes of the half. The coverage has been tight all game long, and it's certainly why it came with the scoreboard here.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins again. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Fourth down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Bennett. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. There again is Cooks, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Cooks from 17 yards out, and the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's good for Eagles.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 5. Godwin, the motion man. Bennett now to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run off tackle with Jones. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Bennett now. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Bennett. Wide open receiver complete. He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Prater's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 20-47. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll go on the ground.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
How many Wildcats does this man have?
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They're not giving up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Probably 4th and inches. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's
Such a bad
and this is going
read.
to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Play action now. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. A little short pass. This is Everett. A solid stiff arm. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They give up the middle to Akers.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
The run game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now Cousins going to change it up. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now they'll audible to something else. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these
I know, man. That was a good run, that last one he did. I knew he was going to do it. I just couldn't switch. I had already passed him with it.
And that trend is continuing here.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Now Cousins. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Marte Mapu.
Damn, how you get caught by Kurt, Marte?
Inside the 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Bennett now off play action.
Oh, no. It's a touchdown.
Gets there back at the 39-yard line.
How are the backups getting to me, man?
8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
That's tragic, man.
Bennett with a 3rd and long. Caught on the right side by Jones. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's 4th down. Trenton Gill in punt formation.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And they work this out past the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Washington.
Off the play fake, Cousins rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Cousins to throw it. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 Newman. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Quickly out wide to Mechie. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Off play action. Here's Bennett. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jacory and Bennett has it. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
To throw is Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Campbell fighting his way home from a sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there. Remember, he's a backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
Yo, that was actually a dot. Oh, my God.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Chris Godwin halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Prater for the extra point. He's now traded after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Cousins. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Throwing, Cousins. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Brings up second and 12.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Well, they got to get to the line quickly. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second down throw coming from Bennett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off, let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's college you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just